Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk in the Street Sports. What's really good? All right, we doing post NFL draft talk on the Browns. Rookie mini camps is going on, and right now we looking at an overview of the defense. All right, what's going on here? You know, who I think may or may not make the team. I mean, it's early to be talking about who may or may not make the team. We ain't seen nobody in pass. We don't know who the Browns still is or isn't going to add in the upcoming weeks in between now and the start of the training camp. But for what's on the roster right now, and just looking at it and for the moves they've made, from what I'm gathering, Coach Joe Woods is going to be about being able to attack and being able to cover. All right. In that, he wants his attackers to be able to shut down the run. The linebackers in this system are the extras. When in most systems they are the foundational piece, they are the extras. And not diminishing their importance because they are kind of like the X factor of the defense. So, you know, if Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah and Jacob Phillips, you know, can show that they can't handle one-on-one tackles, they can minimize, you know, big gains and be that type of impactful. It's going to take this defense to a whole nother level. Now, this defensive line is really the voice of the defense. And, you know, you got Big Miles Garrett down there. Now, it's a crapshoot with the rest of them, all right? We drafted Perion Winfrey, defensive tackle, Oklahoma, and I think you could just about pencil him in. They signed Taven Bryant, 6'6" defensive tackle that was a first-round pick from the Jaguars. He was a guy who was on my radar from the jump before off-season even started. So I'm glad we got him. And I'm penciling those two in as the starters at defensive tackle. I just think the tenacity that Perion gonna bring, the chemistry that him and Taven gonna develop, being that Taven a big guy down there, and you got Myles Garrett. Now, I am a firm believer, like a lot of people, that Jadeveon Clowney coming back. I do believe that the Browns wanted to get closer to where Hooper's $10 million came off the books to sign this contract. Now, I said virtually I give him 4 years, $40 million, with a chance to earn more in incentives. I think the Browns want to give him 3 years, like $36 million, and just give him majority of it, and then, you know, he get the other ones from incentives. So they basically giving him a less incentive base with a less year than I would have offered. But, you know, they know the team. And then, two, they lightweight don't need Jadeveon for more than 2 years. So let's go into why. All right, so for the defensive tackles, right? Let's go back to defensive tackles. You got Taven Bryan down here, Jordan Elliott, Sheldon Day. They brought in a guy, Glenn Logan, Roderick Perry II, guy they brought in. Then you got Tommy Togiai, who you drafted last year, with Perry Winfrey. Now they might bring in another veteran guy or something, but in all fairness, Taven Bryan is a veteran guy. Like once you hit like 3-4 years in the NFL, you're a veteran guy. So I foresee Taven with Perrion, with Jordan Elliott and Tommy Togiai as the rotation guys. For this defensive end, now they might add a fifth defensive tackle, just like I think they might have. What I'm pretty sure they're gonna have 5 defensive ends. But let's just say Jadeveon in here. So you got Miles on one side, Jadeveon on the other. Now you drafted Alex Wright in the third round, fourth round, third round, one of those. Then you traded Mac Wilson for Chase Winovich. They still got Curtis Weaver on the team, and I think that needs to be understood. They got Stephen Weatherly, who they brought in, a veteran guy who's been around. I think he's on the Patriots at one point. You got Isaiah Thomas, the guy who they drafted in the 7th round, 6th round. And then they got Isaac Rochelle, a guy who they brought in signed on the free agent list. All right. So you said Miles and Jadeveon are penciled in. So who are the other 3? I would say Alex Wright is on that list. I think Chase Winovich is battling Curtis Weaver because they want to push Curtis Weaver. I think Curtis Weaver is their guy. He's the same guy they brought in when they brought in A.J. Green. He's been in the system. I think, now that he passed injury and he ain't really had too much weathering on him, either getting his body up, I think this might be a year he can come into fruition. I think Isaiah Thomas is a guy that's going to stay. So it's down to basically Winovich, Rochelle, and Weather on the defensive end side. I don't think Chase Winovich is gonna make it. I think he gonna push the other guys though, but I don't think he gonna make it because getting Jadeveon back and having Miles, having Taven Bryan down there, and then a lot of these guys has been in the system for a couple years, so you got almost like a veteran system. The system going on 3 years now. So it's guys that's been here since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They know what the culture is. You just building on what you have now. You know what I'm saying? Setting the foundation. A lot of your young guys are now veteran guys. You know what I'm saying? So these guys was here before this regime took over. So, I say they gonna run with 10. Well, let's just say 9. All right. So I got Miles, Bryan, Winfrey, Jadeveon. That's 4. Then you gonna come back with Alex Wright, Tommy Togiai, Jordan Elliott, and Curtis Weaver. And then you're gonna have Isaiah Thomas on the back end. So that's 9 right there. If they do 10, that's because I think Sheldon Day will probably Glenn Logan. Because I like Sheldon Day, but I like bringing in young guys I know gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? And that can make an impact. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of shit right there. So I'm pushing for Glenn Logan. I gotta look at his tape. I don't know. I'm pushing for Glenn Logan. I like his build. 6'3", over 300 pounds. I like that. You know what I'm saying? We need meaty guys down there. Guys who going to make it hard for running backs to try to slither through the hole. And when they do, it leaves a nice opening for the linebacker to come in and really put a pop on that play. You know what I mean? When it comes to the secondary, right? So you got Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Greg Newsom, AJ Green. They drafted Martin Emerson. They brought in Junior Falk, Sean Jolly, Herb Miller. It's basically all kind of camp bodies just to push everybody else. Ain't no doubt in my mind that Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Greg Newsom, AJ Green, and Martin Emerson are cornerbacks. Because each one of these cornerbacks brings you a different element that you need at that position, which gives you a lot of chance to play versatility. They brought back Rodney Harrison. So now in that safety room, we got John Johnson III, Grandel Pitt, who now in his second full season probably gonna do a little more. You got Richard LeCount down there, all right, with Rodney Harrison. They might keep a fifth corner. I mean a fifth safety. I know they're gonna keep 5 corners. They might keep a fifth safety. It just depends. I know they're gonna play at least 6 of those defensive backs a lot. And the other one's probably gonna play special teams for the most part. So you got 9 and 9 on the on the defensive line and in the defensive backfield. Now we talking about the linebacker. All right, and this linebacker core is consisting of shit. I already know this off the top of my head, but you got JOK, Jacob Phillips, Anthony Walker, Sione Takitaki, Silas Keller, Willie Harvey, Tony Fields. 5 of these guys is gonna stay. All right, 5 of these guys gonna stay. Anthony Walker, Sione Takitaki, Jacob Phillips, Jeremiah Wusu-Cormore, Tony Fields. All 5 of those guys are gonna stay. All right, unless something, Lord forbid, like I say, something happened to anybody on this offensive defense. I hope we make it through the whole season injuries free or minor injury only. A minor injury severe. You know what I'm saying? Minor is the severe. You know what I'm saying? But that's 5. So that still leave 2 more guys that they could leave. And that's why I say it could be a 10th defensive back. It could be a 10th defensive lineman. You know, it could be a 6th or 7th linebacker. They could go 9, 9, and 7 because you can use those linebackers to play a lot of special teams. You know what I'm saying? You ain't need to bulk up their special teams, but if you got extra linebackers that can play special teams, you know what I'm saying, that's really cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got, 9 hardy guys that you know that you can rotate, you know what I'm saying, on your defensive line and your defensive backfield. But it's going to be really interesting to see how these matchups play out. Really interested to see how each coordinator grows. But we're going to get into the coordinator talk in a second, you know what I'm saying? But I am DeeTrynt. This is Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, talking to you about the Browns defense post NFL Draft 2022. All right, Industry Sports with DeeTrynt. You can catch it on all social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us, subscribe to us on Twitch, um, YouTube, Anchor, uh, and Spotify. You know what I'm saying? And we on a few more outlets as well though. So, when you see us, you see the link, man, make sure you press, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to come on in and fuck with us, man. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports. I'll let you in a second.